Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk. What's up? Big Herc 916, and you're tuned in to another edition of Prison Talk. Now this is a crazy story right here. Chicago man who spent 20 years in jail for murder released after twin brother admits to the crime. Kevin Dugar was convicted in 2003 in connection with the shooting of a rival gang member. This is the independent UK news source, and it's also in People. It's in a bunch of newspaper articles. But a Chicago man who spent nearly 2 decades in jail for murder was released on Wednesday after his identical brother confessed to the crime. Kevin Dugar, 44, who was released from Chicago's Cook County Jail, was convicted in 2003 in connection with the shooting of a rival gang member, reported the New York Post. In 2016, his twin brother, Carl Smith, had confessed to the crime in court and said that he had impersonated his brother and was responsible for the shooting. "We was acting as one," Mr. Smith quoted as saying in court. "Where I was, he was acting like each other. He pretended to be me and I pretended to be him." Prior to his admission in court, he had confessed to his brother in a letter 3 years ago. "I have to get it off my chest before it kills me," he had written in a letter in 2013, reported the Chicago Tribune. "So I'll just come clean and pray you can forgive me. I'm the one who shot and killed those 2 Blackstones on Sheridan that night." In a second letter he had written, "The reason I didn't say expletive at the time was because I didn't and couldn't find the strength to do so at the time." While a judge had ruled that his confession was not credible in 2018, it was later reversed by an appeals court. Another judge recently started reviewing the case after appeal was filed by the wrongful convictions at Northwestern University. On Wednesday, Mr. Dugar's attorney, Ronald Safer, said he is overjoyed to be free, but is also adjusting to a world that is quite different from the world he left 20 years ago when he was arrested for a crime he did not commit, reported the New York Post. The Court of Appeals found that there is a strong probability that a jury hearing all of the evidence would likely find Kevin not guilty. "We are hopeful the state does the right thing and dismisses this case, but if the state persists, we look forward to vindicating Kevin at trial," he added. Mr. Smith is already incarcerated and serving 99 years in prison for an armed robbery that led to the death of a 6-year-old boy in 2008. Mr. Dugar will spend 90 days in a residential transitional facility as a condition of his release. Man. And see, I tell you, sometimes family, man, is the worst ones. 20 years in prison. You got a twin brother. You're trying to convince the court that you didn't do it, but there's somebody there that committed the crime that looked just like you, like a doppelganger. But this one was actually his brother. How would you feel? Could you imagine what was going through his mind all those years, sitting there trying to convince people that he was innocent and that he had somebody look just like him that committed the crime that he was accused of? Well, Kevin, man, actually, enjoy your freedom, man. And man, bless you, man. I'm glad you found some justice in the system. And shout out to the team who put in the work to help get this man free. I mean, I wonder what the other family members were saying when all this was transpiring, man. 2 decades, man. It's locked away in a catacomb. Hey, I said it before and I'll say it again, man. The people closest to you, you gotta watch out. What did Lil Boosie say? Don't trust no one. Big Herc 916, Prison Talk. I'm Big Herc, and I have over a decade of experience in the prison system. Yeah, I've done a lot of time, made a lot of stupid mistakes, but that's why I'm here with you today, educating you on the Mastermind program by Fresh Out. See, they don't give you a manual when you go to jail on how to survive. They don't tell you how to go take a shower, where to sit at when you go to chow, what to do when you have mail call, how to handle your commissary. See, we cover that and a multitude of other topics that are very important, because if you do the wrong thing, you can get your damn wig split. We have over 100 million views as of date on our YouTube channel, but we've put and condensed all this knowledge into this Mastermind program so that you can provide your client with a winning chance. Do yourself a favor and your client a favor and sign them up for our program so they don't have to get their wig split and they can make it out alive.